today we're carrying on with the classical painting stuff. Last time it was the Mona Lisa, and in this Roblox Spray Paint video we're going to try studying the girl with the pearl earring. I'm sure you guys will recognize this painting when we head into the speed paint, so let's head into that. Now, I know I would have made it very clear in the beginning of the video, but don't take this as like a tutorial on how to paint like this. How I painted this was mildly experimental. I wouldn't take this as the definitive way of painting or like tackling paintings like this on Roblox Spray Paint. This is just how I did it, and it could be bizarre to others, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. But of course I'll still be going through it as usual. As you can see here, I'm going through the rough line work. I had to admit something, I do have the drawing tablet, but I still do not have it calibrated or like fixed up for Roblox. I have no idea why it just doesn't plug in and work, and I know I should have troubleshooted it ages ago, but I mean, it's not like it doesn't work with the tablet, it's just the tracking is very laggy if you move way too quickly or just like regular speed, to be honest. So the only way the drawing tablet worked was if you just moved really slow with it. So when it came to doing the face and all the other bits of delicate details, I did try to use like a hybrid of the mouse and the tablet, but partway through the line work process, I just gave up on the drawing tablet and went back to drawing with the mouse. You may have noticed how I put the block colors down. I did it all on one layer, and you can see how I left like a little gap so the colors won't clip into each other. The reason why I did it all in one layer was to be as resourceful as I reasonably could in Roblox Spray Paint, because I know that the more I worked on this with all the opacity layers and all the transparencies and stuff for blending, the more unstable it got. So this was just my way of being as resourceful as possible and being as efficient as I could. And I just blended the gaps together with separate opacity layers for the toning and all that. And here I get to the face, the most difficult part, which is not surprising. And as you can see, you can imagine how much of a challenge it was to get all those delicate blends together. And it was hard to make the face not look muddy, like dirty or whatever. And depending on how you shade it, you could make them look older on accident. And yeah, you just had to really strike that subtle, delicate balance of blending, which was super hard here. I think I was the most proud of the eyes. I think I did the eyes really well. I was like kind of blown away by how good the eyes looked. If I were to revisit this again, I would have somehow made the skin blending way more subtle than it was. So when it came to the face, you can see that I don't use a 100% opacity brush like ever, because it's all about that subtle build up and you want to have control of absolutely everything with how dark or light it is. So low opacity makes it so much easier, and it just gives it that soft painterly look to it. And you could definitely see it in the eyes and how well it looked. Like, it looked really good. And you're going to see that soon in a few seconds. And you can see how I start building up the eye color and adding the highlight. It just looks amazing. And this is where you can see me filling in all the gaps on a separate layer. So all the seams are being quote unquote sewn together by this separate layer of opacity where I'll start blending it. Looking back and forth at the reference of where the highlights of the cloth are, and I was really simplifying it here, which made the workflow a lot quicker. And yeah, it's all about just having a hard look at the painting and seeing what colors were there. Of course, not super analytical in an educational way, just feeling out what colors went where. I mean, of course, it helps to understand why light hits a certain surface and why there's this certain color in this area, etc. Basically, the color analysis that I did was a lot more casual. So for the free hanging cloth behind her head, there wasn't much that was complex about coloring this. Light in the subject matter, when looking at the reference, it was very bold, and it was almost just 1 or 2 colors, like that bright beige that I'm putting on now and the dark brown, and it was mostly just like getting those little folds and creases drawn on. And of course, we don't forget about the pearl. That was kind of like my little treat at the end, really. Wow, that was really hard, but mostly because I was scared of Roblox Spray Paint crashing on me, since the layers did start freaking out at the end. But I mean, the results were incredible. Thank you guys again, the support has been fantastic on the channel. You can watch the Mona Lisa one on the screen now, or check out the playlist for more. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you want, and I'll see you all next time.